In February 2021, Tiger Woods was rushed to the hospital after a high-speed vehicle accident that left him with injuries to both legs. The auto crash nearly destroyed his career, and he has been the subject of much criticism ever since. So Woods finally decided to speak up about his recent struggles. Little did he know that someone in the shadows had been harboring grudges. Pat Perez's wife, Ashley Perez, dropped a bombshell that got people asking if the duo had some old score to settle. So what did Ashley say, and what could have been the motive behind her making her statement? Stick around to find out. If there's anything we should be used to since the emergence of LIV Golf, it's the unending feud. But what we haven't seen is a golfer's spouse stepping in to throw jabs at other golfers. Well, there's always a first time for everything, and Ashley Perez seems to have stepped up to the tee box. You see, Ashley Perez, who is known to be quite an outspoken figure, had some savage ideas when she learned that Woods had been in a potentially fatal accident. And maybe her bluntness made it all surprising because, considering all that the 15-time major champion has gone through, he deserves to have been cut some slack. Tiger Woods has been through a lot over the last several years, from a messy infidelity scandal leading to a divorce, a terrible car crash, many injuries, and other controversies. Due to the severity of the accident, which left him with injuries to both legs, the 47-year-old had to be rushed to the hospital. Woods was driving faster than usual down a surprisingly sloped road where police said accidents are common. The vehicle skidded several hundred feet when it hit the median and a tree before flipping over numerous times and coming to rest in a bush. Well, that auto crash nearly destroyed his career, and he has been the subject of much criticism ever since. So you might wonder what the golf billionaire could have done to warrant Ashley to pounce on him. Of course, he's human, and everyone doesn't necessarily have to like him, but he's pretty good at what he does, which has earned him a form of cult followership. Apparently, all Woods did was talk about his recent struggles with the car crash and the leg injury. Sounds funny, huh? Well, that's all he did, and he didn't even throw shade at anyone. In a preview interview posted by an Instagram account, @golfballing, Tiger talked about his imminent retirement and how he's having difficulties with walking. And while most of the commenters showed empathy by offering him support, Ashley wasn't having any of it. "This is exactly why it's illegal to get behind the wheel under the influence," she commented. Even though investigations proved that the 47-year-old wasn't found to be under the influence of alcohol. She added, "I don't feel bad for him. Thank goodness he didn't kill anyone. See ya," and signed off with a wave emoji. Her post, which appears to be a continuation of Pat's verbal altercation with Tiger, has since been deleted. It's a weird comment from Perez's wife, as she just started a feud for no reason because Woods isn't the type to have a go with other people, including his colleagues. And the fact that she commented without being prompted is pretty funny. But if you know Ashley, you wouldn't be surprised because taking jabs at people is kind of her thing. Now, rather than finding out why Ashley fired shots at Woods, maybe it's better we come to terms with the fact that she's got a knack for taking shots at people. PGA Tour stars and best friends Patrick Cantlay and Xander Schauffele took their better halves on holiday early last year during the off-season to Napa, California. According to reports, Cantlay's fiancée Nikki Gudish had always gushed over going on holiday to Napa with Schauffele's wife, Maya. But little did she know that Cantlay had other plans, as it was the perfect time and place for him to ask his girlfriend to marry him, and she said yes. After she posted their engagement photo on Instagram, the likes of Jessica Korda, Amanda Balionis-Renner, Brooks Koepka's wife Janice Sims, Nelly Korda, and many others all sent their good wishes. But what raised eyebrows was Ashley's comments in another post shared by Nikki Gudish of their holiday on Instagram with Xander Schauffele and his wife Maya from their jaunt to wine country in Napa. Nikki captioned the photo, "Good wine, better company." And guess what? Ashley decided to roast them as well. In a later deleted comment, probably after Pat's PR team asked her to do so, Ashley Perez interjected that it looked like a snooze fest. She wrote, "I'm sorry, that doesn't look like fun at all," adding the sleepy Z's emoji to hammer her point home. Again, just straight up unwarranted stuff. And anyone who remotely annoys her is sure to get a piece of her mind. It's been established that Nikki didn't do any wrong to Ashley, but what about Woods? Could his opposition to LIV Golf have been her motive? If there's anything Ashley knows best, it's standing side by side supporting her husband in whatever he does, which makes us believe that Tiger's opposing stance on the rebels who jumped ship could have been the motive behind her recent criticism. You see, back when Perez decided to ditch the PGA Tour, many people criticized him for being a sellout, but she was the one person who never left his side. The controversy even degenerated when she blocked over 300 people under her Instagram rant video, saying she wouldn't tolerate anything against her husband. When Perez announced he'd be ditching the PGA Tour, he said joining LIV Golf is like winning the lottery, and this statement didn't just infuriate Woods, but others on the American circuit. "At my age, this is a golden opportunity for me to play. I get to play just 7 events this year and maybe more in the future," Perez said. "It's an absolute no-brainer for a guy my age that has spent many years on the road. You know, the bottom line is, I'm so tired of being on the road almost every day, and I don't have to do it now. This golden opportunity has been like winning the lottery for me. It's super incredible, and I couldn't be more excited." Pat, however, refused to be drawn into the widespread criticism the Saudi-backed series continued to receive for its alliance with the Saudis and the unending accusations that its participants are complicit in sports-washing the kingdom's human rights atrocities. Perez added, "I understand the topics you guys are trying to bring up, and they're horrible events, but I'm only here to play golf, and that's my deal. I've got a great opportunity to play golf, and that's it." So Perez believes that whatever happens in Saudi Arabia stays in Saudi Arabia, and whatever happens in LIV Golf stays in LIV Golf. In other words, irrespective of who bankrolls the series, he's in for the game. And this concept is highly unacceptable to Tiger Woods and the rest of the PGA Tour players. It's no news that Woods has been a vocal opponent of the Rebel Tour and has discussed the danger of switching allegiance to LIV Golf. Woods declined the megabucks of the Saudi-backed series, turning down a $700 to $800 million contract as he challenged the motives behind golfers switching from the traditional circuit. The 15-time major champion said that he didn't get why the players would turn their backs on what got them into the game in the first place. He remarked how sad it would be to see some of them never get a chance to play in the majors. Woods also questioned their motives for leaving. But what these people are doing for guaranteed money, what then is the incentive to practice? What exactly is the incentive to go out there and earn it in the dirt? I mean, they're just getting paid a lot of cash up front, playing a couple events and playing 54 holes. However, Woods' logic didn't go down well with Perez, and he didn't mince words during his appearance on Claude Harmon III's Son of a Butch podcast. "That's the stupidest thing I have ever heard of in my life, and one of the stupidest things he's ever said, in my opinion. The incentive provided by the payout structure, wherein the last place receives $120,000 and the first place receives $4 million, is undeniable. You just cannot win $4 million on the PGA Tour. Since they now have access to these benefits, maybe next year might be better. But last time I checked, he had recently graduated from college, signed a $40 million deal, and was on his way to a game flying on the Nike private jet. This was something he felt he had to do, and he came up with a pretty good excuse. He could have shut it down right there because he had the chance," he concluded. You could feel the rage and anger because Perez basically felt like, hey, dude has been in my shoes once, but no, he didn't shut down his opportunity, so why should I? This was Perez drawing his battle line, and you don't expect his wife to take a back seat in the controversy. The point is that Tiger's constant criticism of LIV Golf and anyone who switches allegiance seems to have struck a nerve with Ashley Perez, and perhaps that's the reason she decided to take a jab at him. After all, this is a golf civil war, and it is progressively getting personal, so you shouldn't be surprised. But what do you think about what Ashley Perez said? Was she just taking sides with her husband? Does Pat's comparison of his situation with Woods make Tiger a hypocrite? And we'll catch you in the next one.